Glad to have y'all tuning in. We're going to chop up game like we always do. Have not done a live on here in a few days, but I'm here, just getting everything together. Hope everybody had a very prosperous weekend. Got a shout out to everybody who participated in the conversation about reparations the other day, the panel that was going on. A lot of people got involved with that. A lot of people had their eyes on the reparations panel yesterday. It was yesterday, as a matter of fact. A shout out to everybody who kept the reparations committee. You kept their feet to the fire. You guys made sure they did the right thing as far as determining eligibility. That was a very good first step. A lot of them did not know that we were going to be so lightning and laser focused on what they're doing. Family, we have to keep that same energy nonstop. As you saw, they had those in Cobra shills, they had all the Democratic shills trying to flood the zone with all of the Pan Africanism talk, all of the kumbaya talk, all of the you guys are being divisive talk. We heard all that stuff. We need to include all black folks. We need to include everybody. Those are trick bags that we played past. We did not let them run that trick bag on us. And now a lot of the mainstream media, they're talking about the situation. They're talking about the eligibility has been determined for reparations. So now this is a national story. All eyes are on California as far as this story. So, family, we got to not just double down, we got to triple down on every move they make. We have to triple down everything they do, every word they say. We have to be on top of it. We have to scrutinize it because, like many people have acknowledged, a lot of things that pop off of the country starts here in California. What happens in California, so goes the country. So a lot of things pop off here. So everybody's watching this situation very, very closely. And boy, some of the smiles are getting off people's faces now because they see how serious we are. Have y'all seen some of the tweets? Oh man, I've been retweeting some of the butt hurt because we still got a long way to go, but just the fact that we're getting this far and we're getting so much traction. I retweeted some suspected white supremacists talking about, oh my God, I wish we can go back to the days where talking about reparations was just a joke. See, it ain't funny no more, ain't it? It's not funny no more because we ain't playing. They're not going to shame us. We're not letting these folks shame us. See, they sat up here and tried to play the shaming game, and we went for it, trying to gain some kind of weird, weak approval from them. They played this game where you guys are just lazy. You're trying to get some handouts. See, that's a shaming tactic. Yeah, you're going to hand me the same thing that was handed to you: wealth and resources and tangibles. Nobody gets handouts more than the damn white supremacists and other non-black people. They are the handout kings and queens. They always got their hands out getting something from the wealth we generated and our family generated. Everybody gets handouts except us. You damn right I want a handout. I want what my family worked for and was denied to them and passed down to people who didn't earn it. Yes, you damn right I want a handout. So I want y'all to start countering. This is where words are important and understanding history is very important. We have to start countering all of these weak narratives that they have, trying to oppose it. This is why I want to see if anybody, especially in the dominant society, if you oppose reparations for foundational black Americans, let's hear your argument. By the way, we have a few people in here already. Shout out to everybody who's in here. Do we have any people, by show of hands, who oppose foundational black Americans getting reparations? Let me see if anybody is in here now, just to see what we're working with. Because the suspected white supremacists, they've been very vocal on Twitter with all of their retorts. I want to see if any of them are in here right now. Raise your hand. Let me see a white hand. If anybody is in opposition of foundational black Americans getting reparations. Okay, I don't see no hands. Okay, they might be coming in later. But I want y'all to understand the talking points, and you got to counter their talking points. And basically, it's the same old Gibberish. Well, oh my God, I never owned slaves. Why should my tax dollars go to people who weren't even enslaved and I never owned one? Well, listen, I never attacked a Native American, but my tax dollars go to them. Okay. I didn't put people in internment camps, but my tax dollars went to the Japanese. You see how that works? I didn't harm anybody in Afghanistan, but my tax dollars went to some damn Afghanistanians. I didn't harm Ukrainians, but my tax dollars go to Ukrainians. So if it's good for all of those other people, the tax dollars should go to us too. Because there would not be a tax base if it were not for our foundational Black American family building up the wealth of this country. So miss me with that argument. And the whole that was so long ago and I wasn't there. The wealth was there and the wealth is now here. That wealth didn't go anywhere. The wealth generated from the free labor of our family has been passed down and they get the secondary gains from that, ladies and gentlemen. That wealth is just transferred and maldistributed into the hands of the dominant society at our exclusion, and we have to get paid a debt. So they're not going to run with that argument either. And another thing, they like to do the whataboutisms. Well, what about Native Americans? What about them? Well, Native Americans, they were aggrieved. Shouldn't they get something? Okay, if you want to bring up the Native Americans, number one, they've already been compensated very, very well. Me and my family, we were just over in Arizona. Do you know how much shit the Native Americans got? They got all types of land, businesses, casinos. Well, they got everything popping, and you can't even go on their land. Yeah, you got to pay to go look at their damn land. You got to break bread just to go in their neighborhoods, dude. Miss me with that. They get all types of benefits and goodies. Don't ever let them run that game on you. And they're a protected class. Yeah, they got their own damn police force in the whole shebang. I'm driving down the street and I see the Navajo police. I'm like, damn. The Navajo ambulances, man, they got everything popping. Don't let them run this game. They got theirs, dude. They got theirs, and we got to get ours too. And if you want to keep bringing up Native Americans, keep bringing them up because guess what? Some of them tribes owe us too because they enslaved foundational Black Americans. So if you want to bring them in the conversation, yeah, tell them to bring their checkbooks out too because they owe too. The so-called five civilized tribes. They were lockstep down with the white supremacists enslaving us. And also we have treaties already. The Treaty of 1866 already specifying that they're supposed to pay us. And what they do is try to kick out Black members and freedmen who's connected to those tribes. So yeah, bring them to the table because I got something to say to them. Definitely bring them to the table if you're trying to prove a point, and we're going to get a checkup out of them too. You understand? We got to be bold with this. This ain't time for kumbaya. Like I told people, politics is warfare. You understand? We got to go in there with the warfare mentality. We got to get something for our group and we got to be focused. We ain't trying to hear all that divisive stuff and we all got to get together and we got to love on each other and equality and hand it. No, 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 no. They only play that equality, love, peace, and hand in hand stuff when we come in the room trying to get what we're supposed to get. I don't want no love. I'm not even here to solve racism. That's another bogus talking point that they like to spew. How is this going to solve racism? Who gives a damn? We're owed a debt. I'm not trying to solve racism. I'm trying to get what's owed to me and my family. Okay? We got to be very crystal clear about what's going on out here. Another lie they like to tell, and this is what they try to be slick about. Well, why are we doing this in California? California was a free state. Wasn't no slavery here. Let me give y'all some history. That's a con game. All right. There was slavery in California. Do you understand what I'm saying? Not only was there slavery, they had the Fugitive Slave Act out here. So when free Black people were coming out here, the California legislature, they were sending Black people back down to Mississippi and Alabama and getting ransoms for them. Also, up there in the North, in the gold rush, they were bringing enslaved Black people up here to dig the damn gold. See, the myth of California and the West is that this rugged individualism, these outlaw white men came out here and tamed the West, which is a bunch of horse pucky. These people from the South came out here with enslaved Black people who were doing all the work for them, even though this was a free state, quote unquote. and slavery was outlawed on paper, it was only on paper, family, because they still practice enslaving black people out here, and the so-called law enforcement and judges simply turned a blind eye. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? They knew that people were bringing enslaved folks out here, and they let it happen even though it was illegal. They just turned a blind eye to it. There are dozens and dozens and dozens of cases in California where there were free black people trying to fight for their freedom, and the courts were putting them back in slavery out here in California. This is very well documented. Don't let them tell you what no slavery out here. That's a damn lie. San Bernardino was a slave colony. Do y'all know that? San Bernardino, California. Those Mormons came out here to San Bernardino and brought dozens and dozens and dozens of enslaved black people, and they were practicing slavery right there in the open in San Bernardino. Y'all do your research on that. It was them damn Mormons doing that. Slavery was on and popping in San Bernardino, and law enforcement just let it go on. The problem was they were so blatant and bold about it. There was a situation with Biddy Mason. That's where Biddy Mason came from. And y'all always hear me talk about Biddy Mason, the great Biddy Mason, the grandmother of Los Angeles. She came out of that San Bernardino slave colony because her slave owner was a white man named Robert Smith. Robert Smith was a reckless white supremacist. He was making all types of little janky deals. He had like 14, 15 enslaved foundational black Americans. He fell out with the Mormons because of these little janky deals they were doing as far as land. Then they kicked him out of the Mormons, and then he wanted to go down to Texas. Biddy Mason hooked up with some free black people in Los Angeles, and they gave her some game like, hey, you know what? This is a free state, and we're going to help you petition for your freedom out here. So that's why they had a big court case with Biddy Mason. She was enslaved in California for 5 years. So if slavery wasn't popping out here, why did you have to go to court for your damn freedom? That shows you what was going on out here. That was just one of the more infamous cases because Biddy Mason became famous in Los Angeles. But slavery was going on heavy out here in Los Angeles, and everybody turned a blind eye to it because a lot of the people from California, remember, California it became a state in, I think, 1850. So it was a brand new state. So it was a bunch of the white supremacists coming from the East and the South out here. Many of them, damn near most of them, were slave owners themselves. They were slave owners out there back in the South and the East. So again, they just kind of turned a blind eye to it. And the reason why the Biddy Mason case popped off the way it was because her slave owner, when he went to court, he was so reckless and belligerent. He was trying to bribe people at the jail, and he was threatening the lawyers, and they were threatening witnesses. So they were just being so damn reckless. He lost the case, and Biddy Mason got her freedom. All right. So don't let nobody tell you what no damn slavery out here in California. They were enslaving black people, letting it go on out here, um, utilizing that labor for the economy out here. So yes, California owes, and we got to stay on top of it. We're not going to let them try to give us intangibles. That's the next step. What exactly are we going to get? It's going to have to be cash payments. That's one. We got to insist on cash payments. Cash, 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 cash payments. Give us some checks, cash payments. I don't want to hear about where's the money going to come from. It's going to come from the same place y'all got the money for the Ukrainians. It's going to come from the same COVID money. Y'all found a couple of $1 trillion for COVID. It's going to come from that. It's going to come from the budget that y'all give these damn police to sit up here and get all of these militarized weapons to badger us with. Y'all find money for them, find money for that reparations claim. All right, we're going to stop playing. And have y'all noticed everybody's trying to play dumb about how to trace your lineage now? How you know you come from slavery? How we going to trace that? Ain't nobody got no paper. Stop. Everybody wants to play dumb. Listen, most of you and myself, we got our paperwork already. I don't know about you. Most of y'all, and I know you do, I got my paperwork ready. I don't know what they're talking about. My paperwork is sitting up here ready. I got it in a neat folder. Both sides of my family. I can trace all this stuff back to the 1800s, 17. I'm good. It's nice and tight. I'm gonna put it in a manila envelope with a heart on the front of it. I'm gonna make it real pretty when I show up to show my proof. All right. We do not have a problem showing proof of our lineage. People are trying to make this thing more complicated than what it is. It is not complicated at all. Don't let nobody try to talk you out of it by, oh, it's going to be so hard to trace, man. We got to do all this research. No, you don't. You can find out your lineage in a few hours. You go to ancestry.com and just start tracing back your lineage. You can find that stuff in a few hours, man. Or go talk to your mama, your grandma. You understand? Because listen, we're not that far removed from slavery. We're not that far removed. They try to make it seem like it's ancient history. Man, my grandmother, the woman who helped raise me, my grandmother was alive when Harriet Tubman was alive. Y'all understand what I'm talking about? Remember, Harriet Tubman died like 1913. My grandmother was born in 1910. My grandmother was alive the same damn time as Harriet Tubman. Slavery wasn't that long ago. Oh, the paperwork is there, the documentation is there, and we got it. So what we have to do the equivalent of setting up another Freedmen's Bureau so we can start distributing everything, so we can start checking everybody's paperwork. And we should insist that it's going to be foundational Black Americans running that Freedmen's Bureau, but we still have to be careful because you do have some people who are not FBA who are on code to a certain degree, like one of the gentlemen on the reparations task force. He's a Jamaican dude. He was a little funny style at first, but then he got on code. Um, Now you had some boule Negroes on there. That's another thing. Just because we got to be very careful, because just because we do get some FBA folks on the panel or whatever, we got to see if they're boule, one of these type of folks who's going to sit up here and go against the grain for their own personal benefit. See, this is where we got to be on everybody's bumper. We got to research everybody, see what their get down is. We got to be on everybody, watching their remove, watching all of their motives as far as that. This is too important for us to not have our eyes on the ball at all times with this thing. Because yeah, they're going to try every trick bag they can. So we got to be on top of this. Very, very heavy. Now, let me see who we got in here. We got a lot of folks. Raise your hand if you want to chop it up, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to chop it up, let me get Ace One in here. Let me get some folks in here. Raise your hand, and I'll start getting some folks in here, and we'll chop it up. Then we'll get Tarlington or whatever your name is. All right, Ace. What's up, Ace? How are you, buddy?
Good.
What's on your mind, Ace?
I agree 100% when you're talking about getting reparations, because I'm a foundational Black American, and everything what our ancestors went through and stuff, it's ridiculous. But that's all I wanted to say. I 100% agree with it, and it all should be for us.
There you go, my man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right, let's get some more folks in here. All right, Tarlet.
Tariq.
Okay, nigga, this is not Bucci Cat time. All right, let's get you up out of here. All right, let's get some more folks in here. We're not doing that now. All right, let's get Dwayne Anthony in here. We'll get Dwayne Anthony. Yeah, yeah. He got his reparations and strap-ons. So yeah, you good, nigga. Don't call up here with that. All right. He needs to go to the Million Moist March with all that. All right, let's get some folks. Let's get the Keep It a Million show.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, Dwayne? How are you, sir?
I'm good. How you doing? And to your point about looking for ancestry, it is very easy. I just went to New York to visit family. My grandmother's 95.
Yeah.
My aunt that takes care of her basically telling me she went on ancestry. This is my dad's side of the family. Looked all the way back and found out, we're from the Carolinas. And, the Carolinas is basically slave land back, way back then. And on my dad's side, I'm definitely FBA. And that's just her looking up ancestors, looking up, our family and calling people, you know. People forget you have family from all over the country. We Black people have family from all over. And if you talk to certain people, you're gonna get those phone numbers, and you can keep going back and talk to, great aunts and great uncles and tell the story of your family. And I think that's what we need to do as a people.
Yeah, absolutely. I 100% agree, man. We got to do now, man, is just sit back, chop it up with our family, and they'll let us know what's what. See, this is the thing where we're supposed to be connected with each other anyway. We're supposed to be sharing this information. So this is bringing us together even more to a certain degree. So that's why I disagree with the divisiveness claim. No, us getting our reparations, this is bringing us more together with our family because we're corresponding with family members. We're getting with our family to get information. So this is a thing that's bringing foundational Black Americans together, and I absolutely love it. And as far as us tracing our lineage back, again, it's not that hard to do. It's not that hard. You can go on ancestry.com. It is not the hardest thing to do at all. It's very, very easy to trace your lineage. See, what a lot of people want to do, they want to sit here, confuse things, and come up with all of these little caveats into the conversation. Well, what if so, I had a Jamaican uncle who came over here in 1805, and then he had went to Haiti, and then he had came back over here, and he's on the census. Is he a foundation of Black American? We getting little stuff like that. What if I had a cousin who went to Liberia in 1850 and then he left and came back and fought in the Civil War? Does that make him a foundational Black American? And my answer to that, what we'll do, we'll put your application to the side until we get all of this other FBA stuff figured out and our checks given out. That's what we'll do. If you have a special circumstance where there's a maybe or maybe not FBA descendant in your family, we'll just put your application over here to the left until all of our checks cleared. And then we'll get back to that later. We're not going to waste time with all of these little janky special circumstances. And we're going to do you just like they do at McDonald's. Somebody come in there with a weird order. Just go to your car, ma'am, and we'll bring your order out. We'll bring your order out later. We're going to bring your order to the car later once we figure it out. So you just sit in your car, roll the windows down, and just wait. That's what you do. All right. Because we're not going to sit up here and hold up the line with your bullshit. We're not going to do that because a lot of these are just time wasting tactics anyway. We got a very simple criteria. If your lineage, if your name, your family's name, you can trace it back to the 1870 census or the censuses in either, I think, 1890 as well. At least those, if you can trace them back to those, you're going to be good to go. You're a Black person, you're going to be good to go. And again, we're going to watch out for all the Rachel Dolezals out here because they're going to try to be popping up because they want to do anything they can to sabotage what we're doing. And family, don't worry about that. Our focus is not on getting folks to like us. Our focus is getting stuff done. And the reason why they're getting this stuff done, you know why? They're getting it done because they see that we're not supporting the political process right now. Let me tell you, this is why we're getting the traction we're getting now. They see that we're not supporting the political process. They see that we're dropping out of it. They know that. So this is why they're doing something. They're like, hey, we got to get them back on this political game. So I told people it's very strategic to hold your vote, hold your support. When you start holding your vote, holding your support, they'll get some act right. This whole thing with just vote and hope for the best. No, 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 no. I told people we got to be very strategic, and we still got to be strategic. Just because we've gotten this far, this ain't enough. We got to go all the way with this thing. Let me tell you something. We could have got reparations in the 1960s. Just like John Henry Clark said, Black people were putting in so much work out here in the streets. White society was ready to do whatever just to stop Black folks from turning up. And Black folks was like, okay, we just want some integration. They were like, oh, that's it? Oh, we can get that. We could have got checks in the 1960s if people were focused, but they were just on some things where they just wanted to be right next to white society on some equality type of thing. That wasn't it. We should have been getting those tangibles then, but we're doing it now. And all of these little jive policies that they're pushing. Kamala Harris was bragging about some anti-lynching bill. Do you know how useless a damn anti-lynching bill is right now? That's what they're going to try to run on when they go back into the election season. They're going to be talking about, yeah, we did this for Black folks. We got the Emmett Till anti-lynching bill. That is a huge nothing burger. Number one, the deaths of black people are not classified as lynchings no more because they've deputized many of these white supremacists. And also, these white supremacist groups who are in law enforcement, they get to use every other excuse in the world to kill a black person except lynching. They don't even use the term lynching. And also, black folks who are actually lynched around the country, who you do see hanging in trees, law enforcement sits up here lying, talking about they committed suicide. You understand? Y'all know how many black folks have been found in trees around the country? Remember last year, it was a whole bunch of black folks being found in a damn tree somewhere every other week, and they were sitting up here telling us it was suicides. So the anti lynching bill is useless. I mean, literally useless. It's toilet paper, it's useless. It is a nothing burger. We ain't going for useless, symbolic nothing burgers. This is why we're going to have to hold their feet to the fire. We got to be bold with them. Break off that bread. That's the only thing that's going to make this thing real. Y'all got to break us off checks specifically for us, one group, foundational black Americans. None of that minority coalition, none of that people of color talk. Who cares about all that divisiveness talk? It's not divisive when we are excluded. We're excluded from every policy that they give tangibles to, that they give tangibles for. All of these policies where they're giving people tangibles, we're excluded. And nobody ever talks about how divisive it is to exclude us. But the minute we talk about getting something for ourselves, they want to shame us. They can all kiss my ass. And we got to have that mentality. We don't have to be nice about this at all. We got to start being bold and we got to start being stern about what we need to get. I'm not trying to play nice. I'm not trying to be on no kumbaya. I don't care. Divisiveness talk don't shame me because we're not clicked up with nobody anyway. We ain't got no real allies like that. Look at the reparations meeting yesterday. That Asian dude who I don't know why he's on the reparations task force for us, but he was sitting up here to, what's his? I forgot his name, but he was talking a good game all day. They were on there for 6 hours. He was talking a good game right until it was time to vote. Then he voted against what we wanted. You see, right when it was time to vote, his ass switched up and voted against what we wanted, which was lineage-based reparations. But eventually we got it through, which was good. But he was one of the ones who voted against it. You understand? So that's your damn minority coalition right there. All right? That shows you our damn coalition. Ain't no coalition, man. We all we got. And let me tell you something. We all we need. We don't need nobody else. We all we got. And we all we need. Let me get some more folks on here. All right. Let's get Rhonda Renee on here. Let's get Sister Rhonda. All right, and then we'll get Sir Shotgun, and then we'll get Luis, and then we'll get a few people in here. All right. Let's get all right, let me see. Let me see who we got. All right, Rhonda. Let's get Rhonda first. Rhonda, where you at, beloved? Oh, Rhonda, something's going on with your mic. I got to get you back later, Rhonda. Let me remove you. Wait, hold on. All right, Rhonda.
Hello?
There you go.
Hi,
What's up,
baby.
Rhonda?
I'm so sorry. This is my first time even doing this shit, but Tariq,
Okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Tariq, let me tell you something, man. I got so much fucking love and respect for you, my nigga. Like, you was so fucking dope. Like, yo, man, you was just like a blessing to the black community, man. Because the shit that you doing out here, I respect you so fucking much. I swear to God, man. Like, you doing just you that nigga, man. I swear to God. I'm from New York, and that little bitch. I remember I was listening to that shit where the bitch was I'm sorry, I'm a little tipsy. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, there was a conversation where the female was talking about she was from New York, and she was talking about, I guess she was a native or Indian or whatever she called herself. And to me, I felt like she was trying to just like invade in our reparations like conversation. Like, you was out of pocket, my nigga. Like, she don't represent New York, my nigga. She don't. She do
I
not
feel you.
represent New York. I'm telling you right now, Tariq, she don't.
There you go. Okay.
She don't
There it is.
represent. She don't represent New York. She don't represent nothing over here. Okay, but I'm
That's
just, I respect you so much. I came to the conference. D, tell me know who I am. Everybody know who I am. I
oh
respect you
love.
so
That's
much,
what's up.
Tariq, man, because you doing what needs to be done, for our people. And we gonna get that. They better cut that fucking check.
Yes, indeed.
They gonna cut that
Absolutely.
fucking check. Stop playing in my
Yes.
face, my nigga. They gonna cut that check. You feel me?
Uh, all right. Thank you so much, beloved. Shout out to Rhonda. Rhonda's over there getting her little drink on. Shout out to Rhonda. All right, let's get Sir something. Sir, what's your
Sir Shogun, bro. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you, brother?
I'm all right, man. Hey, I love you, bro. I love you, friend. Hey, you be having me rolling. But I agree with everything that you be saying on the reparations and everything. But one thing I gotta say is I'm one of the blessed ones who know their lineage.
Yes.
Because I have a grandmother that's 90 and I have an auntie that's 85, and both of them tell me that's why I say I'm one of I'm one of the fortunate, because they say that they grandmothers and they grandmothers never told them that they were slaves,
Mm,
So on my mother's side, I'm full blood Cherokee Choctaw, and on
yeah.
my father's side, I'm Seminole.
Okay.
His mother, yeah, you know what I'm saying. So that's why I say I'm one of the fortunate that know their lineage and know who they are. But I just want to let you know, man, you be on point and you be having me going, you know what I'm saying. But one more thing before I hang up. Won't you and the brother Dane collab, bruh? Y'all talk
No,
about the same thing.
no. That nigga's a clown. He's a clown. Let's keep it real. No, man. This dude talking about, didn't he say some shit? Harriet Tubman didn't exist. She was made up. Do you believe that?
He said Harriet Tubman and the brother that's supposed to have been a
Nat,
runaway slave.
Nat
Neither
Turner.
one of them. Nat Turner. He said
Do
neither one
you
of them.
do you believe that?
I believe what was the narrative, bro. I ain't got no choice but to leave, because my grandmother, my great grandmother, and my other great grandmother has always told me that they existed. You know what I
Right.
mean? They said that
So
they
yeah.
never had anything. They never was told that they family were slaves.
No,
But
that's not no. Okay, no,
you know
thank you,
what I
brother.
mean?
Okay. Thank you. That's not the point. The point is this dude up here, this clown nigga talking about Harriet Tubman didn't exist and slavery really didn't exist. Just dumb shit. No, I'm not. No, you don't collaborate with trolls, man. Y'all stop that. When y'all hear something stupid, just acknowledge it's stupid. Y'all know niggas out here just be saying anything for YouTube clicks. That's not who you. We got serious business we doing over here, man. Let's get off that, man. You need to hook up with this clown ass nigga. No, I don't. No, don't come over here with that. That's offensive. Motherfuckers over here talking about Harriet Tubman didn't exist and we get no. I'm not hooking up with nobody who's just saying dumb shit for YouTube clicks. No, I don't need to hook up with them. God damn, y'all got to get off that. Luis, what's up, brother?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hey, sir, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you, Tariq, for having me on. Respect.
Man, how you doing, brother?
I'm good. I'm good. On the do I oppose FBA? Not at all. This is long overdue. Shout out to you for putting this on Front Street. It's incredible what I've been seeing the past few years. Like amazing. But I want to mention an idea of why I think they're opposed, if they are any. Like I believe almost overnight, foundational Black Americans, if they receive reparations, will completely change the American economy
Yeah, yeah,
and just flip everything.
yeah,
Absolutely, like 100%. I think they're afraid of it. Just
yeah.
to be honest, like it's crazy, but
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, their thing is, man, this whole narrative that we're supposed to be the only group that don't get anything. We're supposed to be the permanent underclass. Everybody's supposed to eat off us and we don't get nothing. We have to change that narrative. It's up to us to change that. We're waiting on these people to turn a new leaf. No, we have to force that change. And this is the way to get that change going. Us getting something specific, and it ain't gonna be about the good graces or the kindness of their hearts. No, us pulling out of their political process, and they know that's a danger. That's a potential danger. If they pull out of a political process, they know how dangerous that could be. They know how detrimental that could be. So they understand. They know us letting one political party crash and burn. They know that's very detrimental to society. So we got to stop being afraid and stop letting these people bribe us with catfish nuggets and collard greens to come out and vote. and we just got to be on top of our game. Let's get Prez Pause in here. Prez Pause in here. What's up, Prez Pause?
Oh shit, what's good? Damn, I didn't expect to get on. I love your shit.
Okay,
I lo-
thank you, brother. Let me get some folks who. All right, don't get in the queue if you didn't expect to get on. Don't just be experimenting with it. All right, don't be just pushing the request button just to see if somebody will holler at you. Oh damn, I'm on. I oh no, I don't know what to say. First of all, happy birthday to my baby mama. No, this ain't Hot 97, man. This no. All right, that's another thing. Listen, when we're having a conversation, be it good or bad, if you got input to the conversation, bring that in, good or bad. All right. If you agree with the conversation, bring some things you agree with. If you oppose it, that's fine. Bring some things that you oppose, but just don't come in on some radio shout out type of thing where you ain't really got nothing to say. You just want to get in the damn mix. We got a very bad habit of having that in our society. When we're having a conversation, we have people just want to call up so they can hear their voices. We got to cut that out. That's why think tanks are very big in other societies, and we got to have our own think tanks where people with like minds or even opposing minds can just kind of get together and flesh things out. Because, see, that's what happens at all these protests. These protests happen all around the country, and people are supposed to be focused on a mission and a certain narrative and certain talking points. And what happens? Niggas show up twerking, niggas show up passing out mixtapes, and it becomes a damn block party. Everybody wants to be seen just for the sake of being seen because there's an audience there. All right. I want us to start being focused. Just because there's an audience there, that don't mean you have to get in the mix if you don't have anything to bring to the conversation. Because that slows a lot of things up. All right, we got to be focused. Let's be focused, family. Because this is a very serious thing we got going on here. Let's get Feral Beast in here. Let's get Feral Beast in here. All right. Okay, we had a white supremacist in here trying to express his feelings because he's mad that we're making a little progress here. Now, family, when they start doing this type of stuff, that's when they're losing. Okay? When they're reduced to this is a good sign, ladies and gentlemen. That means they're losing. All right? And they know they're losing. All right? When they start doing stuff like this, they know that this little white supremacist regime thing where they keep us subjugated, man, they know that's not going to really pop off. When they feel like we're winning, this is what they're reduced to, ladies and gentlemen. You want to gauge your win? That right there is your gauge for a win. When all they can do is start yelling the damn N word, sitting up in his trailer with headlights all in his scalp, not knowing what to do. Okay, let's get some other folks in here. All right, let's get Q. Let's get Q in here. What's up, Q?
What is poppin', my brother?
How are you, my friend? What's going on with
I'm
you,
very
Q?
well, man. I'm very well. Like I said last time, just living and learning, man. Just continuing to study what's important, and man, the progress is being made. I
Yeah,
didn't hear what happened in the last call, but all I come in is hear you talking about someone being reduced to spewing out the N word, and I can only imagine
yeah.
what happened.
No, nothing. It was just a silly white supremacist just came in yelling the N word. It was nothing at all.
This
Just a,
is
a nothing burger.
well,
But anyway, man, but for the call, but let me get some more folks in here. Let me get Caramel. I think that's your name, Caramel. Caramel. Caramel, you want to turn your microphone on, ma'am? All right. We'll wait on Caramel to come on and get her microphone game together. Let's get raise your hand if you want to get on. Who's ready right now? Raise your hand if you want to get on. Let's get G Wood in here right now. G Wood. Now, G Wood, turn your microphone on. What's up, G? Okay, G Wood, your microphone is a little janky, brother. There was some little robotic echoes in there. All right, let's try Black Tree TV. Black Tree TV. Let's get Black Tree TV in here.
How you doing, Tariq? Can you hear me?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you, brother?
I'm pretty good, man. I gotta say, like, I appreciate you as a content creator and everything else. I'm not always a fan of all of your takes, but I think that, being real and being true, you just gotta take some stuff and, don't take some stuff. I do got a question though, because, like, I first took the FBA and the ADOS arguments. It's like divisive. How do you separate people that have like one parent that's from Mobile, Alabama, another parent's from the Caribbean? Do they supposed to get half reparations? Like how what makes it full FBA and not with the lineage? Because I feel like some people are born here that's fully black, dealing with this life and everything else. And some people come here and definitely, they not tied to the lineage of what happened here in chattel slavery in America. But how does that work? And like, why is that such an issue now before we just get the reparations? Like, I feel like getting the reparations is the main goal. Like, why is it like so much focus on, all right, when we get it, who's going to get it? Like, why not we just 100% focus on getting it first?
But who's going? That's the thing. If we're going to focus on who's getting it, we have to determine who's supposed to
Rick,
get it.
I still want to hear this nigga talk to you, bro, because he thinks he has something to tell you. So it's all good, baby.
How we
Okay.
chill with
We'll
all
be in and
this?
out. Wait,
I know you love your
no Warren.
gator bait shoes.
What happened?
Warren, no, where you going? Gator.
Who this? Okay.
Is it more,
Okay. I don't know who was talking. Somebody else was talking. They just popped in. I don't know what that was about. So yeah, I had somebody waiting in the queue. So, like I was saying, we even on the FBA, on the official FBA website, we specify how even if you are half FBA, you got an FBA parent and a foreign parent, that would still make you a foundational Black American. You're still eligible for reparations if you can trace any one of your parents back to the plantations or back to the 1870 census. That means you're eligible. It's real simple.
okay.
On one side. Here's the problem. This is now. Let me ask you. Now, where's your family from?
My dad's from Mobile, Alabama. That side of my family's been here in America since slavery. I haven't did like a roots check and figure out all the whole lineage of it. My mom's from Curacao, from the Caribbean, a slave island, which you know she's part of the transatlantic slave trade. She's fully black, but she moved here at 14. I'm born here. I'm the first generation American from her. But what I'm saying,
Right.
so I don't, and I wouldn't feel either way. Like if I was disqualified from it, going into it, I thought it was divisive, and I could be honest and say that I haven't did all the research on the site and seen like how y'all are defining it and all this stuff. But I come into it with like a little side. I like, yo, why we try to separate black people on this and that? And I could be wrong. I'm not saying I'm right, Tariq. I'm not trying to begrudge you. I appreciate you being a voice and being bold enough to say all the stuff you say and post and bring stuff to light, even if I disagree with 20% of it. You know what I'm saying? But
But you have to understand this. But a person who cannot trace their lineage back to the plantations here in America, they're just not eligible for reparations. So that's open and shut. That's why is that even something up for debate?
I agree. I mean, I think that's what it would be anyway. But I just think like for the last couple of years we got into this like you're not black enough type of thing, or you're not this black, or British actors are this and black actors are this, and to me, and I don't think I agree with that wholeheartedly. About things. I do see where like somebody that's playing Harriet Tubman or playing Martin Luther King, it's an issue if they're not from America and don't have those roots. But then there's like it goes outside of that, like, oh, okay, well, Daniel Kaluuya can't play this, or such and such can't play this, and I don't really agree
Man,
with that.
all groups are like that, man. Right now, there's a dude. The Jamaicans are pissed off because they got this one dude playing Bob Marley and he's not Jamaican, and Jamaicans are pissed. The Caribbeans are pissed about that thing. This light skinned dude who's out of Britain, he's not Jamaican, but he's playing Bob Marley in an upcoming movie. They don't like it. If Let me tell you something, Nigerians, if we were trying to play some of their icons, they would have a fit. They don't like it. They want one of their own to play their own. They have a problem with black singers coming over there representing Africa to a certain degree. They be clowning Beyonce sometimes because they like, oh, she's not the queen of Africa. Who does she think she is? We get a lot of that type of talk.
And I hear
So
that. I was married to a Nigerian woman for 10 years. I know like how Nigerian Americans, I mean Nigerians, I could feel that division there between how they feel and how somebody that's born black. And I'm now trying to raise my son in this world who's, between me and my ex-wife, he's dealing with, trying to be in this Nigerian world and her culture, and now he's about to graduate high school. I'm trying to prepare him. I'm like, yo, you're gonna be looked at once you get out that enclave as just a black American. Like, how do I, I try and get him in an HBCU to be around other black Americans so that he could like kind of identify with that, because he hasn't had that connection. So I understand those divisions, you know what I'm saying? But there's some people here that are fully for the cause, and their family might have been from Trinidad or whatever. And I ain't saying that they deserve the reparations money, but I feel like part of the FBA ADOS thing has been like to separate these people. It's like they not black, and that's where I felt
no,
like a problem.
that's no. We're talking about foundational Black Americans. Now ADOS, I don't use that. That's an organization. Foundational Black Americans, that's not an organization.
Okay.
That's a cultural lineage. Strictly, that's a nation. It's a nationality. And it's very clear we are a distinct ethnic group. And all of these other groups who people say we're being divisive against, they are the kings and queens of divisiveness in their own homelands. In the Caribbean, they're so damn divisive based on skin tone and ethnic groups. In Africa, they got a gazillion different ethnic groups within one damn city. So they are the kings and queens of divisiveness. We've been the only ones who have not been divisive for all of these years. We've been on this big one umbrella of blackness, and we've done that to our detriment. So now we're saying we're going to have to look out for our ethnic group, and everybody should be co-signing that.
Okay.
You feel
I
me?
feel you.
My man, I appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you.
Uh, man, okay, we got the white supremacists back in. Pharaoh, you got anything to say? Let me bring the white supremacists back. Are you just going to spew the N word because your butt hurt, or do you have anything to say? So, what's on your mind, Pharaoh? Turn your microphone on, and let's not start spewing the N word. If you got something to say it. Don't be a punk. Okay, so he's over there on that meth pipe, upset. And I'm trying to give him a chance to say what's on his mind, because the N word, that doesn't bother me. Yeah, I'm just a victim. The N word means victim of white supremacy. So you're just reinforcing what you're doing. You're trying to victimize us based on white supremacy. The N word does not bother me, sir. And it really don't bother us like that. You saying it online. Now, you know not to do that in person, because you would get some nigger hands. You understand how that works. You get nigger hands and feet all up on your little methed out body. Okay, so yeah, that doesn't bother me at all, sir. Um, let's let me get some more folks in here. Um, Shout out to everybody in here, but my man, he made up the brother called up with some interesting insight. A lot, and I've heard this argument from some people, and I know y'all heard their argument. Well, what if I got one parent who's Caribbean or African, and I have another parent who's FBA? How's that going to work? And you know what people ask, because we've said multiple times, if you have one parent who's a foundational Black American, you're good. Here's the problem: a lot of folks, they call up with that question, or they have a problem with that part of the game. Many of them are anchor babies, and many of them can't really trace their lineage because they don't know that side of their family. A lot of folks don't know their FBA side. A lot of these folks, their family came over and found the first person they can get down with so they can have a damn anchor baby. A lot of these folks are anchor babies. They've been anchored over here and they don't know their FBA side. They don't even correspond with them. So they know that they can't trace that lineage if that person is actual an FBA or not. So they can't trace it. That's what they're trying to say. They don't have any documentation on that person. They can't trace any records because they don't mess with the family. They don't correspond with that side of the family. Yeah, you see, that's what that's really about. So we got to watch when people are saying something, watch what they're saying and watch what they're not saying. It's very important to understand what they're not telling you. Let's get the Arthur show. Shout out to the Arthur show. Hop on, brother. The Arthur show. And then we'll get unpaid Russian shill. I get you on next. I can tell that's a troll account. That would be interesting. But Arthur, hop on,
Hey,
brother.
Tariq.
How you doing, sir?
Good.
All right, what's on your mind, man?
Well, you really.
Brother, what's on your mind? Are you going through some things right now, brother? Is everything brother, are you being kidnapped right now? Are you naked and tied up? If you cough 3 times and I'll send an Uber over there to get you, brother. You okay?
Oh, yeah, my bad. Hold up.
Brother, cough 3 times.
I'm good, Tariq.
Is Andrew Gillum over there, brother? Are you in a hotel room? I am.
I'm good, but I agree with you.
Go towards the window, brother, and blink your phone on blink your flashlight on your iPhone, brother,
I
so
agree
I can
with you.
send somebody over there. Blink your iPhone 3 times. Send a code. 3 dots for help. SOS, so we can come get you, brother. Because sounds
I
like you
agree with you on reparations.
Okay, but are you okay?
Yeah.
Now, what were you saying, sir?
I agree with you on reparations.
On liberations?
On reparations.
You That's okay, brother. Now, where are you from, brother? Where are you from?
I'm from here.
Okay. I saw that picture. Is that your family?
Yeah, most of my family.
Oh, it was your family. It's not your family no more.
No, it still is, but yeah, most of it is.
Most of the lady is cute. Is that your wife?
Oh no, you talking about the meme?
Okay, I don't know. No, nigga, there's a picture. You must have a fake picture on there. On your page, you got a picture of a black family. So, okay, it must be fake because you don't know what I'm talking about. So, why are you posting a picture of a fake family? That's yours, nigga.
Oh, really?
Okay, yeah, okay. I'm like, the chick is cute, and you sound goofy as hell. And a goofy nigga like you wouldn't get a cute girl like that.
What you need, Tariq?
Well, let's post up what you really want. Terry Crews, post a man up, dude. You want a dude? Post some niggas up on your
I'll
page,
post you
brother. Stop.
then.
Get moist ass out of here, nigga. All right. Yeah, I knew. It was a cute girl on his page and a black family. I'm like, this nigga ain't pulling a girl like that. He's goofy as hell. Unpaid Russian shill. Hop on.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, what's going on, sir? Now, are you here in the States or are you in Russia?
Yeah, no, I'm Wyoming. Don't worry about it.
You're in Wyoming. Okay, what's on your mind, man? How do you feel about the reparations conversation?
All right, first off, that last guy was a Mexican. Second, I am down for it 100% as a racist guy from Wyoming.
Okay. So now you are racist, so you do admit to being a racist, right?
Yeah, but I'm only down for the reparations.
Okay.
If you get it in state park land.
If we get it in state where?
If you get it in state park land, you have to get the government to give you state park land, and then I'm down.
No. Because our family, when they were making and creating all this wealth, they didn't get y'all didn't get it in just land. You got it in cash, and you got it in other tangibles.
No, yeah, I get that. I'm saying, but take the land too.
Yeah, land too. But yeah, we got to get the cash payments first. But and not just state park land. We need personal property. We got to get all that.
Federal land too.
Yeah, but we got to get the cash payments. So got to get the cash.
Why don't you go more like the Malcolm X route there, and try to work with the racist white supremacist?
That's what we're doing. The government is full of racist white supremacists. So we're working with
Yeah, but they're closeted. You don't, they're moist, like you would say.
right. But yeah, the closeted ones, they're the more clandestine and they're the most dangerous. And those are the ones we really got to get at. We
Yeah,
got to the mouth frothing white supremacists, the Richard Spencer. They don't really have positions of power. That's the thing.
yeah, but what if they're like Jewish and not actually white?
It doesn't matter. I don't know what that is. What's Jewish?
You know.
I have no idea. What's the difference between a Jewish person and a white person?
Well, not all Jews are white passing. Clearly,
What? Well, how would we know just looking at two people came in the room? How would I know who's Jewish or who's white?
Get a side profile usually.
Okay, what does that look like?
Hooked nosed.
Sarah Michelle Gellar is Jewish. She doesn't have a hook nose.
Yeah, she got a rhinoplasty.
Oh, okay. So if they have a damn plastic surgery type of thing, how would we know? I wouldn't know. So it's not a Jewish thing. It's a white supremacist thing, right?
No, not necessarily.
Okay. Because my thing,
the wealthiest.
I don't care about what religion somebody adheres to. I'm just talking about who's going to give us our paper, which is the government. It's the federal government. So
Yeah,
I don't what ethnic group and all that. That doesn't matter. We're talking about the United States government owes us. Different religions and ethnicities. That's just time wasting. All right.
No, I'm so down with it.
There you go. Man.
Get it, buddy.
Yes, sir. You're out there in Wyoming. How your family's been out there for decades because most likely you got some of that Homestead Act action. All right, out there in Wyoming.
Yeah. My grandfather rode a bicycle from New York.
Well, he didn't ride a bicycle. No. He got a train out there and got some of that homestead free land that they gave.
No, yeah, he got the free land. Yeah, we
yes,
got
indeed. Yes, indeed. So, my man, y'all be good. Thank you so much. All
Wait
right.
a minute. I didn't get a spin.
Okay, thank you, sir. There you go. So, yeah, my man admitted it. Yeah, I know he out there in Wyoming, they get all that free damn land out there and pass it down. I want y'all to understand all the wealth and resources that people in the dominant society got for free. Don't ever let them shame you, black people, talking about a goddamn handout. Boy, they got nothing but handouts. All this land passed down to them that they got for free. Man, when they expanded to the West, the US government, when they started expanding West and they had the Homestead Act popping, all you had to do was be white. Literally, that's all you had to do. You had to be white and have a $10 filing fee change. And that's all you had to do. Have $10 and be white. You can file for all this free land. You had to develop the land and till the land and get the land for free. And they still pass that land down to their descendants right now. And they want to shame you talking about a damn handout. Yeah, give me the same handout you got. Yeah, I want just what you got. If that's a handout, we twins. We are damn twins. Let's see who else is in here. Okay, we got, Feral. Yeah, you ain't got nothing to contribute, sir. So let me just get you out of here. I'm just gonna get you out of here. I wouldn't, because your trolling ain't even interesting. All right, you're not even a good troll. Oh, let's get Gutter Goddess in here. She's a rap artist from New York. Her name is Gutter Goddess. All right, what's up, Gutter Goddess? Hop on, Gutter Goddess.
Oh, I'm sitting here talking with the mic off. I'm sorry.
There you go. How are you?
I am blessed, and I grew up off of you. So it's an honor to speak with you. I just have a quick question, and please excuse me if it comes off. The $100 million that Jeff Bezos gave to Van Jones, would you consider that somewhat reparations? And what do you think he's going to do with that money?
Hell no.
No.
No. That wasn't for us. He gave it to Van Jones. That's not. How did that benefit us? That didn't benefit.
So I was thinking that maybe Van Jones was going to create some systems, some programs, and get some things rolling. You don't think so?
No.
I apologize. I don't want to sound ignorant. I know I heard it.
All right. Thank you. Let me get on. Thank you. But no. See, we got to get off that. Them giving one person some money. No, that's not no reparations for us. No. No, I don't know what kind of personal relationship he has with Van Jones. That's between him and Van Jones. That ain't got nothing to do with us. And you see, Van Jones ain't saying nothing. Van Jones is doing him as he should. Van Jones is not obligated. I'm not one of those people. He should be doing it. No, no. If Van Jones got 100 million, Van Jones do whatever he want to do with that 100 million. He's not obligated. No, no. We're talking about the federal government. Let's make it very simple, family. The government, the federal United States government, owes us money. The white supremacists try to trick us. Well, y'all need to go for the private corporations. No, 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 no. Y'all need to go get some bitcoins. How about this? All of these old jive ass tactics. No, the United States government owes foundational black Americans because when we were enslaved, we could not get out of slavery because of the United States government. The government enforced it. The United States government, they were the ones who legalized it, sanctioned it, enforced it. When black people were trying to escape from slavery, they were being punished by the government, ladies and gentlemen. Man, the United States sent the whole military down in Florida to try to re-enslave black people. Black people were fighting to the death, the black Seminoles. The government, the United States government, owes us, ladies and gentlemen. The same government that exists. See, here's the thing. They try to bring up this argument, well, every society had slavery. Who gives a damn? I'm talking about this society that we're in right now that still exists. This society enslaved our people. This society still has the wealth generated from that enslavement, and this society is still thriving from the wealth generated from our family's enslavement. And the wealth has been passed down, and the struggle and detriment has been passed down to the aggrieved descendants, ladies and gentlemen. We are owed. Don't ever let nobody shame you. We are owed, and they know we are owed. But this whole narrative that everybody is supposed to get forms of reparations except us, not acceptable. Let's get this person, Andre. I think that's wait. No, no, no. Hold on. What's your name, brother? No, the something. What is your name? The Gino, the G, whatever your name is. One of these anime dudes. What's up? What's up, brother?
Hey, I just wanted to say that I agree with the reparations, but I think it needs to be taken out of Israeli missile money.
Now, why shouldn't it just be taken out of the United States government? There was no Israel during slavery, so
The United States government sends all its money to Israel.
okay. Oh, okay. Well, whatever money they send, they need to give it to us. They send money to Israel, they send money to the Ukraine, they send money to the Afghanistanians. They give money to a lot of people except us. So
Yeah, I think that you guys
whatever
deserve it more than the Jews do.
what happened?
I think that the black people deserve it a lot more than the Jews do, for sure.
Well, no, it's not a. This is not a situation where it's going to be a dump on them to give props to us. I don't get into that whole thing where you suspected white
Is that
supremacists
because
want
you're a filmmaker and you work with Jews?
to. So this is not about Jewish um, scapegoating. Y'all like to try to scapegoat Jewish people. We're talking about the United States government paying a debt. Do you agree that the United States government should pay a debt to foundational Black Americans?
I think that 70% of the slave owners were Jewish, so I think that maybe they should, but take it out of the Jews
That's
stipend.
not true. 70% of the slave owners were not Jewish, even though there were Jewish slave owners. 70% of them were not Jewish. That's not true. And these
Were
bogus
you a
numbers.
slave?
I'm enslaved now by white supremacy. White
Yeah, I'm
supremacy is
enslaved by my bills too.
no, you're not, because you have $1 million worth of whiteness, sir. Your whiteness protects you from
I
any
think
type
this division stops the system from working.
of white supremacy is division, and that's why we need to be
Not
compensated.
black or white, we're all slaves.
No, 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 no. White supremacy is slavery,
Have you ever
and
worked at Burger King?
have I did what?
Have you ever worked at Burger King or like a regular job, or did you inherit all your money and then just become a filmmaker?
No, I had to work in spite of the detriment that's been passed down from slavery, in spite of, and I had to work very hard in spite of. Do you work at Burger King, sir?
I did for a time. I've actually worked very hard, yeah.
And where do you work now?
Currently, I'm a pipe welder.
Okay. And here's the thing, no matter where you work and no matter what you do, even if you are homeless, you are still in a power position over me.
Well, yeah, because I can say nigger and you don't have a comparable word.
But I don't need a comparable word because I don't do name calling like that. Because you being a white supremacist is all I need to know. I don't get into name calling. I get into business deals, and
Sounds like
part
a
of the
Jew.
part of the business deal is reparations. So yelling the N word, that doesn't bother me. That just solidifies you being a white supremacist.
Well, you said that you don't like it when we're in the closet about it.
Yeah, I said I what?
You said that you don't like it whenever racists are in the closet, so I just figured that would
Right,
be the best way to get it out of the way.
right, right. So me being a nigga, a victim of white supremacy, how does that benefit you when your numbers are dwindling, sir? The white supremacists, as you know, your numbers are going in the toilet. And you're going to be extinct pretty soon. So how's that nigga thing gonna work out for you when you guys become very, very low in numbers?
Well, I mean, they already, killed off all the Native Americans, and I'm half Native American, so I don't really care either way.
Oh Lord, you're half native. So are you one of these $5 Indians, sir?
Just like you're a $5 nigger, yeah.
No, no, no. I'm
You're
100.
also half Jewish, aren't you?
No, no. I'm $1 million nigga, buddy. I'm not a $5 nigga. I'm $1 million nigga all
I'm
day.
sure. All
And
day? What does
the
that even mean?
all day. That means I'm $1 million nigga. I'm for real, for real. I'm a foundational Black American descendant of slaves, victim of white supremacy, and I survived it and I became successful in spite of it. I didn't depend on a welfare system for my daily bread like you do, sir.
Of course, yeah. I just said that I
Because
work.
that's what white supremacy is. It's a welfare system for incompetent white supremacists who would starve if it weren't for a system that gave them set asides and benefits that were unearned, sir.
But
Is
what
that
about Zimbabwe losing all their farmers
I
whenever the
don't
whites
give
left
a damn,
Zimbabwe and they
sir.
all
Sir,
starved?
I am a foundational Black American. I am not African American,
Yeah,
sir.
well, Africans are too
But
stupid
those
to
on
even farm or
what
architecture,
sir, and speaking of Zimbabwe, and I've been to Zimbabwe, by the way, beautiful people. The Zimbabwean people are just fine.
and they rely on whites to farm because they're
No,
too
they didn't,
stupid to do it
sir. That's a
themselves.
damn lie. I've been over to the farms in Zimbabwe. There are dozens and hundreds of farms out there that's doing
Yeah,
just
all
fine.
whites and Mexicans.
That's a lie. Black people are farming out there perfectly fine. That's some weird lie that you white supremacists came up with talking about they couldn't farm without white
The
people.
weird lie was saying it was the
How
boss
so?
lie.
How do you not farm just because white people are not there? These people have been there for millions of years, and you think that white people who come from a society that's not even an agrarian society. Europe is not an agrarian society. That's why when your family came out here, your ancestors came to the North American continent trying to start colonies without black people helping them. They all failed, sir, and they
There weren't very
starved.
many black people around here.
You what now?
There weren't blacks in the North. There wasn't slavery in the North for a long
Sir,
time.
yes, sir, there was. Yes, there were, sir. Black people have always been in the United States, or what became the United States. And,
You're a gaslighter, and that's why I gaslight you so much.
oh, sir, you're just babbling white supremacist gibberish because you have no real
You're
retort.
just an angry monkey on a microphone.
And you are a smelly white supremacist with headlights and a small peepee.
And I eat black pussy every night.
And you're mad because brothers are dicking down them little trailer trash white women, and you're sitting at the crib listening to
And I'm
Billy
not creating
Joel
another
albums.
race.
Stop it. You're listening to your Billy Joel albums, mad as hell on 4chan, yelling nigga like that's going to do something.
Nigger, 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 nigger.
And that's the sound of a penis going in and out of the white women that you live with, buddy. That's the sound of the condom. That's how a condom sounds going in the little white vaginas of your mom and sisters over there in the West Virginia trailer park you live in. They're somewhere getting dicked down by a brother now. And that's the way the condom sounds going in and out. That's the way that's the condom sounds. That's how a condom sounds, sir. All right, let's get some more people in here. Can't you see the conversations about reparations? Boy, it has a lot of the white supremacists real triggered, don't it? Look how triggered they are. See, listen, I told y'all, when we start making progress, boy, they don't know what to do. They feel like they've taken an L. No, the reparations conversation is getting too heavy. So they feel like they're taking an L right now. They don't know what to do. They're just yelling nigga. They don't know what to damn do. They don't. When they just start yelling nigga, oh, they don't know what to do. No, who's this Jive Soul Bro? What's up, Jive Soul Bro? Let's get Jive Soul Bro on here. All right, we got Jive Soul Bro on here.
What's up, man? Listen, that was honestly like a beautiful masterclass in how to deal with people like that. I think that was like the only time in my life I ever have lost my cool in public, right? Like I was in a football game and we were just beating the hell out of this team, and it was in the middle of a one of those, like an extra point, you know what I mean, where it's like a scrum and everybody's like all, jumbled together. And one of the dudes from the other team looked me in my face and he's just like that dude, nigger, 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 and I lost my fucking mind. And like, it was like a tangle of arms and legs, so I couldn't get free. But in that moment, you know what I mean, anything I could have done to him, I would have felt completely justified. And then like once the initial anger was out of me, like I realized that he got me. I was like, shit. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah. Let them trigger you with that. Yeah, that's the thing. We got to stop letting them try to trigger us with that because number one, he's a punk. He wouldn't say that in person. Let's be clear. Well, I know he's a pussy. They wouldn't dare say that in person. And number two, that shows that they're desperate and they've run out of conversation. When they start resorting to that, that's corny trolling. So I got him. I already got him. He's already lost. Carmel, what's up?
Yes, hi, good evening. I'm just laying here and I'm just having such a laugh. I'm in California. Hello,
Oh, good.
everybody.
How are you, Carmel? Now, Carmel, now where are you from originally? Where's that accent from?
I'm from South Africa. That's why I've
Oh,
been dying to have this conversation.
all right. What's going on with you, dear?
So, yes, I'm originally from South Africa, where the economy was largely a reflection of apartheid.
Yes.
And reparations was in the form of passing a competition act. And that happened in 98. It was actually instrumental by identifying the post-apartheid government. It was to strengthen the South African competition and therefore transform the economy. Therefore, the adoption of the Competition Commission Act was actually to ensure that small and medium businesses participate in the economy. While I understand that not every single Black African can benefit, however, when California passes a bill that's called Assembly 5 that actually makes slavery legal, this bill takes away the choice of many minorities, Blacks specifically, to be in business for themselves. It is set to pass actually under the PRO Act, which means nationwide, and everything starts in California. Sadly, this is the hub of racism. The passing of the bill, this Assembly Bill 5, actually only benefits undocumented immigrants. My question really is, I came to America 19 years ago through marriage. When will Blacks in America be freed from shackles on their feet? There seems to be constantly creative ways to keep Blacks oppressed. America cannot continuously get away with it. This government, if they really want to help, they need to abolish anything slavery, including this Assembly Bill 5, which prohibits people from being small business owners, because this is important. It
Now, what's
definitely.
Assembly? Because I don't know the gist of Assembly Bill 5. Now, what exactly
So,
is the
so,
bill?
so what it is a law that was passed here making people employees and not business owners. So they want everybody to be a union member and not be a small business owner. And that's the issue that we're having here. People should have a choice. I mean, part of what most of the businesses.
Okay, you're not explaining that well, ma'am, because I don't get the gist of it. You're saying they want everybody to be in the union and not small. That doesn't make sense.
California passed a bill called Assembly Bill 5. So what that meant was saying we don't want no more independent contractors, small businesses. We want people to be employees. They have to work for a company and they have to pay union dues. Not everybody wants that. People should have choices. People should not be forced to be unionized.
Okay, okay. That's something that I would have to look into. Thank you, ma'am, because I think she's reinterpreting whatever the law is. She's reinterpreting it in her own way because that doesn't sound right. That just how she's first she said it was slavery. I'm like, oh, what? What are you talking about? Yeah, they're gonna bring slavery back. Well, what? Okay, yeah, I don't like when people are when you're mentioning some kind of bill and then you're just reinterpreting whatever you're reading in your own verbiage, which I don't know what the gist of it is, and she keeps bringing it up, and okay, I don't know what she's talking about. This Assembly Bill 5, I don't know what she's talking about, and she's not interpreting it in a neutral way that would really make sense. That's something that I would have to look into. But right now, I'm looking into this reparations claim. All right. That's where we're focused right now. That whatever that A5 shit is, that's something we'll look at later on. Right now, we're laser focused on this reparations, and we got to keep the momentum going. I'm talking about we need to get this stuff going right now. We ain't trying to drag it out. This ain't gonna be another HR 40 that we're gonna play games and drag out for a gazillion years. We got to keep feet under fire with this thing. We need to get them talking about giving checks out this year. This is how serious we got to be with it. Man, we got too many homeless black people out here in Los Angeles who are descendants of enslaved black people, and they're locked out of wealth and resources because we've been bogged down with so many immigrant groups and the legacy of slavery and the struggle that's been passed down from that. That has to be rectified. You understand? And we got to be serious and focused about rectifying this. Let me get a couple of more calls in here. Let me get a couple of more people in here. And shout out to everybody who's in here. And by the way, while we're in here, you guys can go get my book, Foundational Black American Race Beta, available on Amazon right now, or you can get an autographed copy at officialfba.com. Also, we have those Foundational Black American maroon flag shirts you can get at officialfba.com. Ladies and gentlemen, raise your hand if you want to chop it up. Let me see some hands, because I don't want to bring nobody on if they don't want to speak. Raise your hand, folks, if you want to get on. If you got something to say, raise your hand. If you want to chop it up, raise your hand. Let me know who wants to get on. Seeing several hands go up. Let me see. Let's get Jay. Let's get Jay's in here. Jay's, hop on, brother. And then we'll get Moses in here.
Hey, yo, what's good, my G?
What's up, Jay? How are you,
Yo,
brother?
what's good, Tariq? Yo, you already know, man. It's FBA all day, bro.
All day.
I'm in Virginia. I'm from the Bronx, and I want to know how can I support? How can I make sure that this reparation thing goes through?
Yeah, what we got to do whenever they have these meetings, man, we got to be up in the room. We got to be focused. We got to be laser focused. Everything they do, all the online meetings, all the people that's involved, we got to find out who they are and where they are on social media. We got to be all up in their zone. My California people, and thanks for the call, brother. My California people, man, we got to really be on top of this thing. We got to be on top of this thing. We got to Man, whenever they do these meetings somewhere, if they're doing them in a physical location, we got to show up. We got to be right there on it in large numbers, making sure they do the right thing. We need to get tangible resources for our people out here in California first, because the bill is going on out here in California, and this is going to continue to set a precedent for everybody around the country. So us in California, we got to be really, really grinding on this thing heavy. And the energy that we have, it transfers to other people now, because now other groups in other countries are starting to follow our lead. Over in Jamaica, a lot of the brothers and sisters there are saying, hey, the Queen of England, man, they need to break bread. My man Shine, the rapper Shine Poe, who was on Bad Boy, he's out there. He's a political person out there in Belize right now. He's now talking about reparations, getting reparations in Belize from the British. So now we got a wave going. And this is why people had such a problem with it, because they knew once we got some footing with this reparations conversation, it is going to spread. And now people are starting to follow our lead, which is good. I'm good with that. See, this is what we've been saying. Don't come over here and then try to crowbar yourself in a claim that you're not eligible for and then try to sabotage what we're doing. No, stay in your country and get some things popping. Let the British and the Spanish and the French know that, hey, this is what needs to be done. All right. Shout out to my brother Michael. What's up, Elevation? Let me get my brother Elevation Allah in real quick. What's up, Elevation Allah? Hop in real quick, and then I'm gonna get Sherelle in here. Then I get Sherelle. We get my brother Elevation Allah, my good brother, who's always on top of the game. What's up, Elevation?
A whole lot. So, peace, Tariq. I had one question right now. We already know that once we get reparations, they're going to start trying to throw roadblocks in front of us. Should we prepare for launching a class action lawsuit against Ancestry.com if they start to price gouge or make it difficult for us to access our records?
Yeah, if something like that starts to happen, then we can kind of tackle that then, because I have been hearing people saying that, hey, some of these ancestry sites like 23andMe and Ancestry might start um, jacking up the prices, and there might be these lineage corporations popping up trying to capitalize. Yeah, so my man Elevation made a very good point. Watch out for that, because now when some tangibles are on the table, you're going to probably start seeing a bunch of white run lineage sites. Hey, if you want to trace your lineage, give us $20 and we'll let you know where you're from. So we'll see a lot of white folks trying to capitalize. So keep your eye off on that. Watch out for a little cottage industry popping up. All right, let's get Cheryl in here. Cheryl, hop in, dear.
Hi, my name is Sherelle Jackson. Actually, I noticed that you guys are talking about reparations. I know some of you are in the state of California, but then there are some of you that are not in the state of California. So I'm going to try to talk to multiple different folks because I noticed the gentleman before, he was kind of talking about Virginia, and he's trying to figure out or navigate his system.
Yeah.
Here in the state of California, AB 3121 is a reparations task force. They actually just had a meeting on March 29th and also on March 30th. And so they had a notice go out. So you can actually find that on oag.ca.gov. That's a way that you can start looking to see when the meetings are coming out. And that's also a way in which you can start attending those public meetings. So some of those meetings are had, and you can do public comment, which means you can go up to the mic and you can express your concerns or that you support, etc. They have a task force that helps make recommendations, and they also study that information. Okay. For those of you that are in states that are not working on these efforts or have issues with trying to organize your communities, some ways to do that, especially if you're just starting off, is to start at the local level, which is your city hall. You can create a committee and or a commission, right? And that's a way that you can kind of get started, and to bring other people with you along the way. And I know that some people, because you have to meet people where they're at, some people are not educated at the organizing level to get people together to understand what they need to do and take the necessary steps. So
Right.
I want to make sure that we address it in that regard, because there's a lot of people who are, just starting off and learning on how to navigate the system, that their government system, how to even work the system in order to get these things running and going. Yes, the state of California is a little bit ahead as far as getting these sorts of things done, but there's also states like there's Maryland. I believe there's other areas and regions too that have also started to address this at the state level and also at the local level. I'm here in San Francisco, California, in
Okay.
which we have a task force that is started the studying process and is trying to administer these reparations practices and some of the policy and doing some of that research. And you're able to engage with them as well.
Cool.
So I'm not going to speak too long, but I just wanted to make sure that people recognize that, and just some stepping stones for those who are just beginning, and then some people who are sort of a little bit more well engaged and a little bit more ahead as far as integrating themselves within how they're doing all of this.
There you go. Thank you so much, beloved. Very good information from that sister. Let's get Brother Moses. Hop in, Moses.
Tariq, my pleasure. Pleasure speaking to you. By the way, shout outs to Sherelle Jackson and Elevation LI for that informative information they put out there. I'm from the state of Massachusetts, right in Boston.
Yeah.
And I've been going to these meetings since 2018. This is when I first got familiar with Ayanna Presley and the mayor, who's the mayor now. Before she was the mayor, she was just riding the bus, metro bus around Boston. And I used to go to these meetings, and and I would mention reparations. And every time I mention reparations, people like Ayanna Presley, they train them to do that Obama tactic. Yeah, we hear you, we listen to you, we know what you're saying. And another thing I want to say, I want everyone to keep their ears plugged. I'm thankful for the information Cheryl Jackson put out, but that's just for California. People in Massachusetts, they need these informations when these meetings start going out in the city of Boston. Watch out for these response tactics. I used to work for a nonprofit. I'm not going to mention no name. I don't want to put myself on blast. But I'm going to tell you right now, these Democratic run nonprofits, they like to use black on the forefront. But when you get inside the building, Tariq, trust and believe me, there is an anti-foundational Black American agenda, and it's heavy. I've seen it.
Oh yeah.
They use black at the forefront, but when you get in the scene, it's everything Latino X. I just started hearing Latino X. It's everything Latino, and now the Ukrainians are coming in. It's everything anti-black, everything anti-black. And what they do is, on the board is a bunch of old ass niggas, old moist ass niggas, and they are old. I'm telling you, man, I worked in these nonprofits. Old moist ass niggas. They like to, let's do a prayer, let's hold their hands, but never nothing about Black economic empowerment. Nothing about Black economic empowerment. And another thing I want to tell young working class Black people, whether you're going in the private sector or the non-profit sector, whatever you call it, stand on your ground, all right? And they can smell if you are pro-Black economic empowerment. One of them had pulled me aside out of nowhere, man. This guy told me Black people will never get reparations. He just smelled it on me. I don't know if they've been dissecting me, going on my social media, seeing what my verbiage is like. But man, they are very anti-Black economic empowerment. And before I go, I just want to say another thing. I started.
Okay, brother. Well, I got to get some more folks in here, brother. I got to get some more folks. Thank you for the call, brother. All right, Elf, hop in. Let's get Elf in here. Elf, you, let's hop in. If you're ready to get in, hop in, brother. My man was kind of long winded, the guy
Hey,
before.
how's it going?
What's up, Elf?
Hey. Oh, yeah, can you hear me?
No, I can hear
Great.
you. Now, where you from,
Oh, I'm
Elf?
from LA, Foundation of Black American for sure.
There you
North
go.
Carolina and Arkansas. Kind of excited.
Oh, cool.
But I was on these people's bumpers, man. Like, man, that Don Tamaki, that the Japanese guy on the reparations, man, he played us to the left, but glad we got a pass.
Yeah.
You know, what I want to say is I had a debate with one of these bootleg guys. He was a supporter of Cory Booker, and he was like, man, if we get reparations, how they gonna pay us? And it's like, if there's like 2.5 million black people, or whatever, in California, and if we pay them 10,000 a month, like, who's gonna pay for it, and how can we ever achieve it? That's like in the trillions. And I said, we're
Right.
paying Ukrainians all this money, so pretty sure we can do it.
Exactly. Yeah, all of these people with these defeatist mindsets, yeah, that we've not let these people deter us at all. Saucy, hop in, Saucy. Miss Saucy, turn your microphone on. Miss Saucy 12, if you can turn your microphone on. This, I think you're up there in Canada.
Oops. Okay. Yes. Sorry. Yeah, I
There you
didn't
go. How
have it
are you?
on. What I'm saying is reparations is important. They
Okay.
are important, right?
Yes.
Very important. I mean, we had absolutely horrible. Like they're finding now. Um, Old Catholic schools from, a couple hundred years ago, and they're finding bodies in around the school.
Yeah.
And it is, little kids who died. I mean,
Yeah.
who knows? I mean, it could have been disease. It could have been like, rape, all that shit.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was going to take a little time with her. So, okay. Let me get some more folks in here. Yeah. I don't know where she was going with it, but okay. I didn't really want to go on that journey. Okay. Let's get one or two more calls in. Let's get one good one. We'll get one more call. Y'all raise your hand. Raise your hand. I'm looking at some of the people in here. Hold on. All right, who is Chelsea? What's up, Chelsea? Okay, Chelsea. Let's get Chelsea in here. All right. All right, let's get Chelsea. Chelsea, turn your microphone on, ma'am.
Hey Tariq, just quick question. So
Yes, ma'am.
when FBAs start getting reparations and they start getting tangibles and building businesses and like kind of like how there's Chinatown and Little Italy and say there's like FBA town like full of businesses. How do you stop
Mhm.
suspected white supremacists from like burning them down like they did with Tulsa, Oklahoma, the
Right.
Black Wall Street?
Right, and many other places too. They did the same thing in many other places. There's different ways we can do it. We can or cannot have a so-called black town. We can just use the money to live anywhere. It doesn't have to be all aggregated in one location like immigrant groups. But even if we did decide to just create an area full of black businesses, we have to be in a position like the Native Americans in certain places. They have their own police agencies. They have their own hospitals and ambulance companies. I just saw that over in Arizona recently. So we have to also be put in a protected class as well, so that we're not targeted by white supremacists within the dominant society. So yeah, those are considerations we have to get into as well. But thank you for the call, man.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And all right. Very interesting calls tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Very interesting calls. Let me wrap this thing on up. We still got people raising hands. Who is this person? Hold on. Let me try. Should I get some more people? Should I get some more folks? I don't know. Because y'all have me on here all night just reaching out and I'm talking to so many different people. But listen, you guys go get my book, Foundational Black American Race Beta. Get that book right now on Amazon. Go to officialfba.com to get the brand new